get better at shooting? Competition breeds excellence. It's an old adage. Basically, if we pit ourselves, even in a fun way, against our friends out on the range, applying the fundamentals that we have learned, we're going to find out what we're made of, and we're going to find out where we need to invest the energy to improve. Going back to a recent class at Pro Gun in Las Vegas, day 3 of our rifle pistol class, we start out by shooting a group as simple as it gets, prone out in the dirt, no bipod, no sandbags, just you, your red dotted carbine, and a target 100 yards away. In this endeavor, we are also checking and verifying the zero that we did the day before with these students' guns. So in this video, we're going to talk about shooting groups, we're going to talk about tightening up that zero, and of course, shooting better. We're going to win some prizes at the end of this, and you're going to be surprised who wins, because she had only shot her rifle twice, and she beat some good shooters. Let's head to the range.
So whoever shoots the tightest morning group will win 2 brand new ones. One's a flat bottom, one's the radius bottoms. These will hold 32 rounds, still feed into the gun. There's quite a few cool features about them. So I like to give those away if somebody gets a good group. So they could be you, could be you, could be any one of you. Might leave with the Tango down mags. So we'll start out this morning. You're cold. You get what you get what you give, right? So if you sit down and do your job out there, that's what we're looking for. Hey. All right, how'd you do? How'd you do? How'd we do? Patti, you kicked some ass with mobile gas?
No, I did.
No, she did.
I don't know.
Let's take a peek, kids. I want to walk them. All right, let's walk this together. All right, here's what I see. I just want to talk about it. We're not doing this. It's not poking at people. Here's what I see. I see a pretty good zero, right? The majority of her group is in the black, but if we look at this, if we just took a pen, right, and we kind of traced this, somebody got a pen on them?
Yeah.
Who does? Who has a pen? Pen, Sharpie? Look at the bulk of this. If we take the flyer out, all right, and we just look at that, so we just X that out, even this, we could probably still come left a little bit if we look at the bulk of it. Would you agree or disagree?
Tiny bit.
Yeah, just a little. With that optic, here's the problem. One click at a hundo moves that a ½ inch, right? So you start, I shot my bolt gun and you'll see, I shot a 5-round group, I had a flyer in there, but 4 rounds are touching, and it's not exactly where I wanted them because they're a little high and left, about 1/4 inch of where I was aiming, because that's all that the gun will do. There's no more finer adjustment in the optic. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this, maybe you could come left a little, maybe. If I look at the bulk of where you had the group there, if I start taking more and more out, this is why we shoot more and more rounds, then I could say, okay, because you got 2 in one hole, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you looked at that, you might even end up drifting it up and over, right? Which is why we're doing what we're doing. We'll keep looking. For you, from where that was, majority of them in the center, you know, that one kind of skews things. Sometimes guys will hear me say this and they're like, you got to include that. You've got to also deduce that the bulk of his shots were here, right? So even if that's his fault, I can throw that away. Get what I'm saying? Makes sense? So maybe looking at that, you might come 1 click, 2 clicks on that. That's 1/4 MOA or half?
Half.
So one or 2 clicks, maybe. Whose is this? That's really good. You know, so I would say, now you got a 50-yard zero. Yeah. But it really looks like a 100-yard zero to me. It does. Because we know that your 50 at a hundo should be about 1.5 inches high by your calculations. So you really have more of a 100-yard zero here, unless you were compensating. Okay? Is this our winner?
I have a zinger.
So You've got about a 3 3/8 of an inch group. Okay, I like that. Who this be?
Me.
So we're about 4. Tomas,
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah, starting mid-afternoon, my group was drifting.
Is your optic loose? Is your optic loose?
I haven't checked it, but I doubt it.
Well, let's look. Come here, bring that up here. Let's just check to make sure. No? I mean, that's pretty incredible from where you were shooting.
Yeah. And it started yesterday afternoon because I started getting these pasters.
Something's off on the gun.
Yeah. Well, I thought maybe yesterday afternoon I was canting.
Do you think that maybe your rudder? Can you show them the
my
rudder?
high-speed wind stabilizing fin?
Yeah, that might be having an effect. Well, we're going to want to mess with that.
Yeah.
That might have been why you were having a hard time.
Yeah. And I noticed it about mid yesterday.
Who's this?
Me.
3 3/4. So if we shoot a 3 3/4 inch group at 100 yards, what would that be if we were to reference it in MOA? If we were going to be cool shooter guys?
3.75 MOA.
Yeah, so you'd say that right now, that gun, that shooter today here in the desert is shooting 3 3/4 MOA. So if he went to 300 yards, what would he expect that group to open up to ish?
10 or 11.
What's that?
10 and a half.
Yeah, right. So 10, 11 inches. We can draw that out.
Still throughout the cavity.
This one's excellent. Yeah, but I like that, but that application isn't. I can do shit with a hammer and saw that you shouldn't and get away with it. You can too. That you wouldn't ask somebody else to that doesn't have the same knowledge and experience. Right now, I'm just trying to make the machine better. Once we put a deer or a bad guy in front of it, that's something else. So this group, that out of that bolt gun, this is a shit group for that bolt gun. That one I threw. But I'm aiming here. 1/10 of a mil at that distance. So 1 mil, we said, at this distance is about 3.6 inches, right? So at 1/10 will move me about 0.36 inches. So I might come down and write 1/10. I'm not going to muck with it for what we're doing. But, you know, that gun's capable of way better than that. That's a half MOA with me just quickly laying down without a good position. Now, if you look at that one and you want to be serious about it, the group is, 1 inch group. So I shot 1 MOA, but the gun's much more capable than that. But I wanted to confirm 0 because you guys are going to shoot it. But do you see? I'm aiming dead center here. You can see how moving that on the optic, you just run out of adjustment sometimes. Make sense? Yep. Questions on any of that? So now if we take one of these, first of all, where's my gal? My winner. So you, through the fundamentals of marksmanship, vested all of these men and women. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Your husband's just like, I taught her everything she knows. And that's my rifle. All right, so we'll get a hasty 10-round group now. We'll put these right down here. We can do it twice if you want to. Once here, once here. Actually, we'll shoot the low ones so that we're lower. And you're going to aim at the black dot. Just fire 3 rounds and 3 rounds. Be very studious. Try to put your dot or your crosshairs right on the black dot. You're going to see your bullets appear down low. And this is just a nice thing to have available to you. You can download these off the website for free, or you can just take a marker and make an X, and you know that you need to be whatever it comes out to be. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Yes, no? Yes, so we'll just go just like this.
So what's the takeaway? Well, for me, you don't need years and years of training or thousands of rounds. You just need a good carbine with a good 0 and some basic fundamentals. And this woman showed us you can beat everybody on the line. Yes, many of you can shoot better than a 2 or 4 inch group at 100 yards, But go out and try it. Proned out in the dirt, no bipod, no sandbags, with just a red dot or iron sights at 100 yards, that ain't easy, especially when you're shooting through dust and in wind like we were that day. Go try it. We'll see you guys at class soon. CarryTrainer.com. We've got Ohio, we've got Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and many other places, including Washington State, on the calendar for 2026. If this is in the future, reach out. We'd love to have you host us. Maybe we'll see you on the range. Bye now.